Hey guys, it's Peter Jordan from Lost Angler Fly Shop, and today we're going to be tying up the Guy's Dock Fly. It's a pattern I came up with this past year, and it's for fishing underneath the night lights. And it's a really effective little pattern when you need to emulate that really small little minnow, that little silver side, little blood minnow, little bay anchovy. And you can tie it in 2 or 3 different sizes. I generally like to use a Gamakatsu SC15 hook for this, and I like tying it in sizes 1 down to 4. And so we're going to tie it in a size 4 today that you see right here, and it is a tiny little fly, just a little fella. And so it really emulates that super tiny little bait fish you'll see underneath the lights. And this is, like I said, like a size 2, so you kind of get that comparison. So when it hits the water, it gets super small. We'll throw it in the tester here in a minute and let you guys see what it's going to look like, and then we'll get to tying. Alrighty guys, let's get to it. We have currently, we're going to be rocking, this is a size 4 Gamakatsu SC15 hook. This is a really small hook because we're trying to emulate those really tiny little bay anchovies and silver sides that we're seeing underneath the lights. So we're just going to give ourselves a nice thread wrap all the way up and down. And then we are going to trim off our tag end and go from there. And it's a really simple deal. We're just going to, first off, we're going to take some nice everyday marabou. This is just a pack of extra select marabou. Blood quill marabou is just fine. If you're using extra select, we're only going to be using the last bit of it. So whichever marabou you have handy is the best variety. And then we're going to come right down here. We don't want too much. Maybe we're only going to be doubling just the length of the hook shank again. So nice and small, really tiny little bait fish. Alright, beautiful. We're going to wrap back. See, we're all the way at the bend of the hook. That came out very nice. Now we're going to take some Thunderstruck Sparkle from EP. I like it because it's just a nice little buggy material. And I know it's supposed to be a minnow, but I really like the way this looks. But any flash will do in a pinch. So we're going to wrap it on one side, then come around to the other side. Now what I like to do is just come right down here, kind of trim this unevenly. Bam. They're nice. Great success. Alright, then once we've got that done, we're going to take some medium polar chenille. We don't need very much. A little bit goes a long way. Tie this in right here. Nice and simple. And then we're going to wrap forward on it. Just go around. You want to go this way? Okay, we'll go this way then. Not much tension on there. There we go, round and round she goes. Alright, we're just going to go on forward. And just remember, as you're wrapping, guys, we just want to, guys and gals, let's make sure that we're taking our material. We're not binding anything down. Let's advance that thread up a little further. Take it around. It's looking good. Bam, very nice. Give ourselves a little bit of room towards the eye. Alright, we're going to nail that down. Get that nice and tight. And we're going to take, trim off that excess. Alright. Clean that head up some. And then we're going to take just a little dubbing brush and make sure we got everything nice and clean. Nice and clean, nice and simple. Next up, let's turn this over. So we've got the underside of the fly, and we're going to be using ice dub in UV red to kind of give that gill flash. What I like about it is I'm going to take it and pull it Get everybody nice and even. Let's bring our thread back to where we need it. Boom. Very nice. And we're going to double it back. Piece of cake. Now what I like to do to kind of really keep that buggy look, I don't want to cut it. What I want to do instead is just kind of pull it like so. Bam. I like it. Tack that down a little bit. Nice. Now we got that little bit of gill flash we wanted. Now we're going to come in. This is Senyo's Laser Dub. This is in tan. Again, just remember, guys, it goes a long way, especially with such a small, fine pattern. Get everybody in order. I always recommend when we're using Laser Dub to use a little bit less than we think we might need. Camera on you guys. Sorry about that. All right. Come on up with it. I'm going to go pretty far up towards the eye. Like so. Yep. Alright, now I'm going to do the same thing again on the underside with the white. This is Senyo's Laser Dub in white. Alright, stack it together. Just like we like it. Very nice. Now we're going to bring this back to where we want to start at. Lay it there. Very nice. Bring it on up over. Okay, keep on coming back. Alright, now we're going to fold this guy back. Do it again. We're going to take this guy, we're going to bring it around, bring the white. Very nice. Alrighty. Now one thing I found again that I really like to do at this point is I take my dubbing brush. Helps me get everybody in order. We're going to do a couple wraps back, just enough to kind of hold everybody in position. Very nice. Alright, now we're going to trim this guy out again. I recommend just kind of pulling like so. That gives that uneven look to it. Same thing on the bottom. Very nice. Beautiful. Alright, next, let's tie this guy off real fast. Little squeaky bobbin. Just knock out 2 double half hitches real quick, because I'm a loser. 1. 2. Very nice. Very nice. Trim off our tag end. Now we are going to go over this with some Loon Flow. Hit it with a little UV light action. Okay, now we're going to take some 3D holographic eyes. This is a 3/16 inch. So itty bitty. And for some of you guys that specialize in just, trout fishing, that's your jam. I'm going to think? I don't know. These are good size eyes. But for those of us who live our quiet little lives of saltwater and bass fishing, these are tiny. Tiny. Minuscule. Alright, put a little dab of super glue on the back. I always recommend the gel over the liquid. I'm going to try not to stick my eyes to myself. Lay these down on it. See how that looks? I like that very much. Nice, alright. First and 10, do it again. Very nice. Very nice. Get that excess super glue off of there. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing over here. To try not to stick this to myself. A little bit off. Try to get everybody in the same position. Not too terrible. Everybody adjusted? Not too bad. Alright. Next up, we're going to take a little bit of UV thin from Loon. And I found the best way to go to keep these eyes on the fly is to just coat over the eyes completely. Kind of go in front. All over, all around. Very nice. Now, before we do that, let's make sure we clear out that little, clear out our eye. Just make life easier for us. Very nice. Alrighty, and that, guys, is the Guy's dock fly. Super small, super simple, super easy. You can do it in size, this is size 4 and SC15. You can go all the way up to a size 1. I think any bigger than that, I think you're kind of defeating the purpose of having such a tiny fly. But when they're feeding on those tiny, tiny, tiny little itty bitty little things, you can't get them to eat anything else, especially underneath the dock lights. You want to fool them. You want a nice strong hook. This is the way to go. It's a wonderful, simple fly. Super easy. Alright guys, as you can see, this is a super simple fly. Only takes a few minutes. Really easy. I suggest tying up a mess of them, getting on out, and hitting the water. So, we'll see you on the water.